I was the first brother to die, doing whatever I had to do to survive. I'm not saying what I did was alright. Trying to break out of the ghetto was a day-to-day fight. Being down so long, getting up to the cross for mine. I knew there was a better way of life, but I was just trying to find. You don't know what you do till you put under pressure. Across 110th Street is a hell of a tester. Across 110th Street, pimps trying to catch a woman that's weak. Across 110th Street, pushers won't let the junkie go free.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Had to change the vibe up a little bit today. This is your Inner City Wake Up Call coming out of you, the Port City Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm your host, Daoud El-Amin. The Inner City Wake Up Call coming out of Wilmington, North Carolina. The day being January the 29th, 2016. Glad to be with y'all this morning. Weekend events, you know, we got the Step Show coming up this weekend. That is $10 for students, $15 for alumni, $20 for regular admission. Starts at 7:30 tonight. I think the doors open at 6:30. We got the Link Milestone Dinner. Not too late to get your tickets for that, $50. And it goes to a good cause, goes to Link Corporation. Good things they're doing with folks in reentry. Also have the 16 to 24-year-old program for males, African-American males that need to get their stuff back together. So that $50 is going to go a long way. So come out and support the night at the Hilton Hotel. Also, in between there, some kind of way we got to squeeze this in tonight. We got that vigil over on 10th Street, 10th and all the way, no, 5th Street, I'm sorry, 5th, the end of 5th Street on the north side at the old New Brooklyn Homes. Go down there at 7 o'clock. They're having a candlelight visual for Ebony Spears, the sisters that's been lost. So some of us need to go over there and then make it to our destinations a little bit late if we can go over there. And then those of us is not going to either destination, Link or the Step Show, let's go over there and support Ebony's visual tonight. Also, Saturday night, we've got Hidden Colors 3 showing at Advanced Youth Outreach. If you hadn't seen Hidden Colors 1 and 2, you still can see Hidden Colors 3. Brother's asking for a $3 donation. He has food and refreshments there at the 1310 Dock Street. I think the show starts at 6:30, or no, 4:30, I'm sorry. And they're going to have Hidden Colors 3. So if you hadn't seen 3, go see it. And if you hadn't seen 1 and 2, once you see 3, you're going to want to see 1 and 2. I think that's the events. Also, don't forget the water drive for the Flint, Michigan, going on at Colliers Corner, the Richmond Center on Castle Street, 18 Castle Street. Don't forget that on Colliers Corner. Now, this is a recap. I think I've got all the announcements out the way. This is a recap of our show this week. I've been for the last 30 days, 29 days now, we've been doing this show. So I wanted to see who wanted to run. I wanted to see where we was going, how far y'all want to go. This first 15-minute segment, y'all know I do on YouTube, so I'm going to go through that. And then I think I'm going to stretch out a little bit today. If you want to stay with me, hang around. If not, you got to go to work. But it's going to be a 3-part series because I've gotten to the point now, I see lines are lighting up, so I see we've got some. I know I now have to remind you all of the call. So I want to stretch just a little bit. We've been at this show now for 29 days, and now time to talk about some serious subjects going into the month. So I titled this morning's show Black Hate. And I'm going to talk a little bit differently than my normal way of talking because y'all know I'm a speedball. I talk and I just go. I took a few notes, but I'm not really going to use my notes that much. I'm going to go off my heart, which I love to talk from my heart versus a lot of notes because sometimes I like to be, I like to tell you how I really feel. I use my own self as a self-expression when it comes to Black Hate. So the first thing I want to do is I want us to get rid of the Willie Lynch letter. And I'm going to say some stuff this morning that might piss some people off. But we got to deal with this thing called black hate, because I'm going to tell you something that happened to me yesterday. I want us to, this infamous Willie Lynch letter, because I keep hearing it. And as soon as somebody start talking about black hate, we go to the Willie Lynch letter. Some letter that was written that somebody found fine and well. You know, okay, you go through the details of it. Yes, it happened. Yes, it happened. But now what we're starting to do is we're using that letter like a doggone crack addict. Yeah. You know, like a person that's fighting an addiction. We go and say, oh, well, I know what my triggers are. So this is the reason why I'm an addict. You know, this is the reason why I have a problem with drugs. This is the reason why I have a problem with alcohol, because the triggers cause me to be this and that and that. And then we throw this letter out, and then we go right back and continue the same behavior of black hate. So what good is the letter if we're not going to look at the letter and analyze it and apply it to our everyday life? It's just some words on a piece of paper. So I want us to throw the letter out and start using our common sense when it comes to black hate. Now, I'm going to use myself. I came in this revolution as a Malcolm man, you know, and I say revolution, this work, this redemption work, this consciousness, the mindset. I'm a former Jehovah's Witness, you know that. My daddy wouldn't let me listen to too much outside of that, and so I caught on to Malcolm in Black History class. And I mean, I was a Malcolm man. Videotapes. Well, back then you get the little film clips, the film, the phono for the record player. I used to play his speeches on record. I used to go find everything I could to find on Malcolm, because I was a Malcolm man. I love Malcolm. And I used to hate me some white folks, and I used to hate me some what I call Uncle Tom niggas. Now, let's just be frank, because I'm going to be frank from here on out. If you've been running with me for 29 days, now it's time to start flying, because I'm going to be frank from here on out. I used to hate me some Uncle Tom jokers, and I used to hate me some white folks. So I'm reading one day in the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because that's what Malcolm led me to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It led me to Islam, and it led me to Minister Farrakhan. And I'm reading one day, and he said, study the white man. He said, he is successful. I said, whoa. Now, how am I supposed to hate the person I'm supposed to study? You know, I'm thinking I'm supposed to hate. No, he said, study the white man. He is successful. Whoa. So then I started to do some in-depth study. And I noticed he don't hate like we hate. He doesn't hate each other like we hate each other when it comes to success in business. I noticed the Jews don't do it. I noticed the Italians don't do it. The Koreans sure don't do it. The Japanese sure don't do it. The Chinese sure don't. So this black man, what is it? Now you want to bring back the letter again. Okay, no. What is it about us, not the letter? What is it about us that even after when we come into knowledge, we still practice the same deceitful, dirty, right, downright ugly behavior? I had to ask Dawood, what is it that caused you to continue to hate? Because I've been, in 2014 and 15, you go to my show, I done told some preachers up. I mean, I ate them up from one side to the other and gut them like a fish. That was my behavior. Because I hated. I mean, I hated some of the stuff they represented. I hated some of the things they did. I hated. But then I had to take a deep look at myself. See, this is a journey. I'm a work in process. When I started taking a look at myself and others around me, and I'm so thankful for having an example like Mr. Roberts in front of me, my dear good brother that's in front of me leading the path. Because I would sometimes, our relationship, I want to kick him square. I'm like, man, please, I want to turn loose. Ever steady, ever patient. I'm like, how does he deal with it? Because I ain't no king type of guy. Remember, I studied Malcolm. I ain't trying to ride with this king thing. You know, this love thy enemy, love thy neighbor, love thy, no, I ain't trying to hear all that. But then I started to process it. and started to see what hate was doing to me internally. What it was causing me to do, what my hatred for certain ministers and pastors was doing, what my hatred for certain what I call upper class Negroes was doing, what it was doing for me internally was not good for me because it was causing frustration because I couldn't see it from the other side of the table. We've got to learn to look at it from both sides of the table as we're going into this. I'm going to do this for 3-part series until we get there. We are some hating people among each other. Now, what got me to this point, I was riding yesterday and I went to take care of something with somebody and they asked me a question. They said, how is it that you all, you work with certain groups and I see them moving in a certain direction. But then I look on the news and I see other companies from outside the state come in and we automatically go to those companies and give them what you all, other groups like you all are already doing. And I said, it's black hate. So what you mean? I said, because as soon as those folks go somewhere and ask for something and receive it, the first thing come up is, well, I had the same idea, but I didn't receive it. And what happens is the man downtown, he plays this game on us. And because he knows, go back, yeah, I'm taking the letter out, but I'm injecting it when I need to, but I want to get rid of it because it's a trigger because we can fix this. He knows how we're going to behave. So in our behavior, he knows I give him a lollipop and you didn't get a lollipop. And so because he got the lollipop, you want the lollipop. So since you can't get one, you'll take it instead of going and waiting for your turn to get the lollipop so you can get a lick too. Because you're so afraid that the person in front of you hates you that much that he's not going to give you a lick from the lollipop. That's what's going on with us. And until we stop this process, the letter can't help us. We've got to do it ourselves. And so I made a commitment this year. If you notice, for 29 days, oh yes, I wanted to. I'm like a crack addict sometimes. Oh, I have wanted to blast some people on this airway. I have wanted to talk about some of my clergy, but I won't do it anymore. Because I have to see it from their prism. I can't figure out how he's acting or why he's acting the way he's acting or why he's doing what he's doing. I really can't even care about that no more. I got to do what I'm going to do, and that is keep running. And if I focus on me, you focus on you, then the person that is not doing either is going to do one or two things. Either they're going to start doing or they're going to fall out the race if you got enough gas in your tank to keep moving to the finish line. Or they're eventually going to get tired and join forces with you anyway. The hatred got to go. I can't hate anymore. I have to love myself enough to know that I have enough in me. I have enough instilled within me that I can attract like bees of honey. Yeah, that I can attract if I put out love. That is what the S. Now I understand it, Dr. King, because I thought you was crazy and loony as a bug trying to love them folks. But now I understand it, King. I understand the dual note personality. I understand you hate it. But you had to put the hate aside for the bigger cause of love because you knew the scripture says in the end, love conquers all. I didn't get that part of the scripture, but now that I got it, I'm able to put it in my repertoire. I'm able to put it in my ammunition bag and use it for the success of moving our people to a forward direction. For the video audience that's watching, keep running. I love you all. Keep moving in that direction. And I'll be back again with part 2 tomorrow. Peace and blessing. Now for you.